Alright, you guys, so today I'm going to read you The Day You Begin, and I'm so excited to read this book to you all because I wanted to read this the first day of school because I love it so much. However, it did not come in the mail in enough time, so it came in about a week ago, and I'm excited to share it with you guys. So it's called The Day You Begin by Jacqueline Woodson, illustrated by Rafael Lopez. For Saya, Nell, and Josie from J.W. And we can infer that J.W. is Jacqueline Woodson. To Santiago, Moon Whisperer from R.L. Rafael Lopez. And here she is reading on the balcony. There will be times when you walk into a room and no one there is quite like you. Maybe it will be your skin, your clothes, or the color of your hair. And you can see she's tugging her curly hair. There will be times when no one understands the way words curl from your mouth, the beautiful language of the country you left behind. My name is Rigoberto. We just moved here from Venezuela. And because they don't understand, the classroom will fill with laughter until the teacher quiets everyone. You guys, and I thought these were such interesting illustrations because here he looks so happy and so calm. And here you can tell this is after he said his name and where he's from, and it made him feel maybe lonely or upset that the other students laughed. Rigoberto from Venezuela. Your teacher says so softly and beautifully that your name and homeland sound like flowers blooming the first bright notes of a song. And here his teacher made him feel so much better, you guys. There will be times when the words don't come. Your own voice, once huge, now smaller. When the teacher asks, "What did you do last summer? Tell the class your story." "We went to France," Chayla says. "These shells came from a beach in Maine." A boy named Jonathan holds out a jar filled with tiny shells, so fragile they look like they'll turn to dust they look like they'll turn to dust in your own untraveled hands. "My whole family went to India, Spain, South Carolina." Each souvenir, a small triumph of a journey. Their travels going on and on. So you guys, a souvenir is something you bring back from when you go somewhere. So these are the shells that Jonathan brought back from Maine. And as you stand in the front of that room, you can only remember how the heat waved as it lifted off the curb. And your day spent at home, caring for your little sister, who made you laugh out loud and hugged you hard at nap time. You can only remember the books you kept on reading long after she had fallen to sleep. And in that room, where no one else is quite like you, you'll look down at your own empty hands and wonder, what good is this when other students were flying and sailing and going somewhere? There will be times when the lunch your mother packed for you is too strange or too unfamiliar for others to love as you do. You can see she's over here clutching her lunch. Over here they're whispering and looking at her. That must make her feel bad, right? Or embarrassed. When even your own friend Nadha will wrinkle her nose and say, "What's in there anyway?" And you'll wonder how she doesn't see the rice beneath the meat and kimchi. You'll wonder why she doesn't remember that rice is the most popular food in the world. There will be times when the climbing bars are too high, the run is too fast and far. The game isn't one you can ever really play. I don't want him on our team. You can watch. Maybe you can have a turn later. There will be times when the world feels like a place that you're standing all the way outside of. It's kind of what that shows, right? Everyone's playing over here, and he's outside all alone. And all that stands beside you is your own brave self, steady as steel and ready even though you don't yet know what you're ready for. I also think this is a really interesting illustration, you guys, because on the outside, he looks really lonely, right? But his reflection shows something else. His reflection, he's happy and he's reading, and out of his book comes flowers like it's blooming. This is a really cool illustration. There will be times when you walk into a room and no one there is quite like you until the day you begin to share your stories. My name is Angela, and I spent my whole summer with my little sister. You tell the class, your voice stronger than it was a minute ago. Reading books and telling stories, and even though we were right on our block, it was like we got to go everywhere. So it's her books, you guys. It's her books that allowed her to travel, right? Your name is like my sister's, Rigoberto says. Her name is Angelina too. And all at once, in the room where no one else is quite like you, the world opens itself up a little wider to make some space for you. This is the day you begin to find the places inside your laughter and your lunches, your books, your travel, and your stories, where every new friend has something a little like you, and something else so fabulously not quite like you at all. And that is the end, you guys. So, what I want you to do is I want you to write something. It can be short. It can be as short as 2 sentences, you guys, or it can be a paragraph or a page. You decide. I want you to think about this story, and first I want you to think, what is the author trying to teach you as the reader through her book or through the illustrations? What are they trying to teach you? And also, which character did you connect with the most and why? I cannot wait to read your responses, you guys.